Hello everyone, welcome to Daily Dose of Overwatch. This is Kiriko, Overwatch 2's newer hero, and in this video we're going to be talking about all of her abilities and break down what exactly she can do. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So here in this picture we can see all of Kiriko's abilities. So the first one we're going to start off is her primary fire, which is Healing Ofuda, final burst of healing talisman that can seek targeted allies. So if we take a little closer look at the clip that's showed in the gameplay trailer, you can see that Kiriko channels up her primary fire, which then shoots out a burst of what looks like 5 cards, and then they slowly travel towards their target. The cards will be gold when they actually hit the target and heal them, and they'll be blue if they end up missing. For the time being, we don't really know exactly how much healing this does, or if it has any kind of cooldown, or if she has to reload or anything like that, but this does seem to be her only method of. Next thing we're going to take a look at is her secondary fire, which seems very similar to Genji's right click. We're going to throw out 3 kunai knives, and one thing that's interesting about Kiriko is that her headshot multiplier is actually higher than 2, so it's probably going to be similar to Widowmaker, where you actually do bonus damage with your headshot, probably a 2.5 multiplier. This is really good because what that means is that Kiriko actually has a much higher skill ceiling, pretty much requiring her to hit headshots if you want to do any kind of useful damage. And it seems like Blizzard overall is moving in this direction in Overwatch 2, where they have their heroes have a much higher skill ceiling, which is obviously better for the game. The next thing we're going to be talking about is the fact that Kiriko is an insanely mobile hero. So as you can see in these 2 clips, first of all, her passive is being able to wall climb similar to Genji and Hanzo, so you can just walk up to any wall and climb it, which already gives her a lot of vertical movement options. And on top of that, she has an ability called Swift Step, which lets her quickly teleport directly to an ally of hers, even if they're through walls. So as you can see in this clip here, she actually teleports through the wall to get to her ally. We're not really sure exactly what the range on this ability is. I doubt you can, teleport to somebody who's completely across the map. But she will be able to teleport to allies who are relatively close by, even if they're behind walls. So of course that does give her a ton of, potential offensive and defensive options. This ability also lines up extremely well with her final ability, which is called Protection Suzu. This ability grants both Kiriko and nearby allies invulnerability and a cleanse effect. As you can see in this clip, the invulnerability doesn't actually last for a very long time when you compare it to Immortality Field. It only lasts for, maybe half a second or a second at most. And on top of that, it only actually affects allies that are very close by, and they have to be hit by the initial ability when it's casted. So unlike Immortality Field, you can't throw it around a corner and then have your allies walk into it. You have to actually make sure that your allies are within range at the time that you cast the ability. This essentially gives Kiriko probably the best ability to actually save heroes compared to any of the other supports, because you can literally teleport through a wall to your teammate, give them invulnerability, and cleanse them from any effects, the biggest one probably being Antiheal. But again, because the invulnerability effect doesn't last too long, and we don't really know what the cooldown on this ability is quite yet, this may or may not be OP. There's just no real way of knowing for now. The final ability we're going to be talking about is Tunay Rush, her ultimate ability. Tunay Rush summons a fox spirit who travels in a straight line, and any of her allies who follow that path get attack speed, movement speed, and cooldown reduction. There's not a whole lot else to say about this ability other than it looks extremely strong for engaging teamfights. There's no real way of knowing how strong it'll be until we get to try it out and see the exact numbers for exactly how much move speed and attack speed and cooldown reduction it gives. However, at the time it does seem to be quite strong. And what I especially like about the ability is that it's a support ultimate that doesn't just give you more health or extra healing or a giant shield like Lucio Beat. It's actually the only steroid in the game that can both increase your attack speed but also give you cooldown reduction. There's no other hero in the game who has an ability like either of those two. And that's all the information we have on Kiriko so far. She seems like an insanely fun, fast-paced, high-mobility support hero. And what's especially nice about her is that it seems like most of the value from her kit actually just comes from raw utility as opposed to healing output. So, the ability to teleport to teammates through walls, the ability to, cleanse people from debuffs and give them invulnerability, and the fact that she can also do a lot of damage in a burst window if you're hitting those headshots. Overall, I'm super excited to try Kiriko out. I can't wait for her to be released along with Overwatch 2. Let me know what you all think in the comments below. What do you guys think? Is she going to be OP? Do you like her design so far? Let me know what you all think so far. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel, as it does help the channel grow. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.